Hello and welcome. Right, yeah, I don't know what's going on here. They always do that little twiddle thing where yeah, you tell them to start it right nearest on course plate, and it should literally start right where it is because it was on the right road. But then it decided it's going to do a twiddle and go all the way around. So I've I tried to set it going before, and if you do first, it wants to clang into the gate. So I thought, well, we'll have to just muddle on by. Right, so we've also got the straw to do as well. Are we going to bale? We're gonna get some use out of that baler. I think that's not a bad idea. Let's go grab the big guy. I've got everybody's engine starting. I believe I have. Um, is it a waste having him? No, not really. It's a little bit of fun, I think. Let's grab that guy. It's just we haven't even used it. Let's use it. It's a cracking. It really is a beautiful mod. I know we don't need the windrow. You don't have to use the windrow on it, really. So why not? For once, let's bail. Yeah, we've got the sunflower. No, I'll buy it. I will buy it unless we get a Helianthus header in sale, which is sort of like a chance in a million. Now, don't get me wrong, it can happen. I'm not saying it can't, but it's not likely to happen. We'll say I've got him ready for action as well. Get that going. But I was just trying to think about once the harvester's done one entire headland, we've really got good access to the to that. So why not? I do love the size of that. It's a beautiful size. Yeah, this I've got to make mention of this as well. Right, we also need to change the size of this to 240s. And that's really it, I think. Yeah, we don't need to do the windrow because obviously we're doing 12-meter windrows as well. So just a matter of doing this as is. If we stick the same course on, should be cooking on gas. I still, no matter how, obviously to me it seems really, the forage harvest sort of seems wasted in so much it can never do straw. And I know it did used to, and to me it seems to make sense that it's pickup that could pick up grass could definitely pick up that as well. But it must be, I don't know what went wrong or why Giants decided that was not going to happen ever. You know, like after the early days, it was one of the other iterations of the FS, it was decided that no, that's not going to happen. So, it will be. We'll have the gate at the back, won't it? Let's do it. Let's do it. We need to sort of pull it out of the way anyway, so let's just crack on. Right, I think it's probably about time that we did a time lapse, I would say. So I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, I think that is us done. A few shots. I've used this before with workers. I thought, have I missed an option? That's why I wouldn't have just done the. I'm not sure if I destroyed crop. I really don't know, because obviously it reduced the capacity of the twin screw. So I'm not sure if we lost some. It looked about right, but I'm not sure. It could have lost 10 tons or something like that, which is devastating. But I might not have done. I might not have done. I'll have to look in editing because that will confirm or deny. So we should have now 2 fields harvested, and we've still got 3 left to do. Yeah, 2 fields of sunflowers and 1 big field of canola. So yes, so our barley and oats are done. 2 grass fields are done and completely done. I'm quite pleased with the session. Yeah, to do all of that. Very strange that this won't. I've never had the class version of this. But it's the same as the others. I believe this is dearer, but it was quite reasonable. For you know, I think it's a strange setup. If I just sort of show you what I mean, I think unless it's been changed, it was no, not bale loaders, balers. I believe it would be under this. Yeah, you've got the different sort of manufacturers of the same type, which is the 8585. Yeah, it is. I am right. Yeah, Quadrant 153. It's double the price. But there's no. I mean, I did the evolution as well. Didn't do the size additives tank yet. Even though, well, no, because didn't do grass, and I probably won't. I'm not. I think we'll go loose from this point onwards because it's a bit. Yeah, I'm not. It really, I've never known the worker not to work with it. So there's no options that say it shouldn't. So I mean, I did it all myself, but you can't always. Although I suppose if I go loose, I'm doing it all myself. But at least if I go loose, it's done in one thing. Whereas we've got to obviously grab all the bales, which there were quite a few. In fact, let's show exactly how many, for those who missed the, including myself, 46 bales produced in the session. Of course, we restart the map, so I'm going to say we should have far more than that. Twin screw is its beautiful, lovely self, as it frequently is. Do we? What is going to be done next? Let's have a look. I'd imagine it's canola. Of what's left, sunflower's late. Yeah, it is. So smashing canola next. So I don't know about taking this back home. I think we'll probably run it up. I think we'll leave it here, and then we'll take it to. But we will, of course, strap it down so that it doesn't get lost or drop off or anything like that. We will take that trailer back home, though. We will leave this here for now because we can't take it home. Yeah, I might lease the a bale loader, a square bale loader for speed more than anything. Oh, now that looks rather a healthy. Wow, that does actually. That is quite phenomenal. I mean, we all know oats is not the best of like. It's not. Yeah, you don't get that much oats. You never do. Unless, of course, you've got a monstrous field, but that's my point. It's one of my favourite crops. I do like oats. I didn't used to. I have really come to sort of quite enjoy doing it. But of course, I do recognise still that it is you don't get much, not like in comparison to oats, barley or wheat. Yeah, they are really super duper, and you get straw as well. But of course, I would say pound for pound, really, it's probably the same. Probably oats are obviously better, but then, sorry, they are better for flour, but they, like, even though it is better for flour, there's still less of it in the beginning, so it's sort of much of a muchness. I'd still say that wheat barley probably got oats beaten on the flour pot, when you consider that fact. I think that's still definitely the better option. Still brilliant though, 48,000 litres, nearly 49, very, very close. Yeah, I've taken this slowly so that you turn in circle gets you into the gate. Like fast is worse. I'm still a bit disappointed about this, but I've sort of been racking my brains about how would I have done it. I thought I would have lowered the roads. If I'd have done it, I have tried it before, and that I sort of at the back of my mind, I did know that that's what would happen, and I do think I'm right. I don't really think we had much of an option. My first thought was, when I've seen this, is I think Agres Balcones taught me this. I did a second run through on it, and it was a bit like plateaus. I think the only way you'd have done it was to do a plateau, but then I thought, well, hang on a minute, how would you get your equipment in? Because you can't. Now then, let's try that again. That looks like I'm about to bash into the wall. It's true, I wouldn't have got my equipment in, so I've done it as best as I could with what it is, but going forwards, I'm not sure it's a good idea to ever do that again. And I am right, they are beautiful sheds, but obviously they've got to really be flat for that design, because they're not terribly tall. You'd need a much taller. The Barney one would have been better, but obviously it also would have been worse, in so much as it's true it would have been such a severe angle that I never would have got away with it. So we've done the best in the circumstances, but it is, all things considered, I'm quite pleased with some of the things, but it is an epic fail in so much as it mars the entire design of our farm, that particular fact. I just want to tidy that corner up there that's a bit, yeah, a bit dodgy. It'll be when I did the, I think it's got to be a raise. Yeah, that's about it. I don't think you're going to get any better than that. It'll be when I did the slope, we'll have adjusted that. So then, in total, obviously the Farmer Jeb will be bursting the flour already. So we've got left 48 tons, and oh my life's done 17 tons of oats already. 21, more in fact, really, when you consider it. You only get like 80% of your flour, so it's done a lot. It really has. Phenomenal. Now, obviously, it's going to produce chaff, which we are going to distribute to the farm supply production, and we're going to switch on the other silage digestate as well. So yeah, that can pop across. It's not going to be an awful lot, but every bit helps, definitely. So our animals, yeah, now these are, look, they're going to give birth next month. So I'm quite pleased with that. So pretty much going to like fill that. Yeah, the water becomes a bit of a problem then, though. When I think you get away with it for a little while. Now I did discover you could stick something down. I think it was that very silo there. I did a sort of trick where I stuck it inside, and I think it increased. I think I did it as you build it though, because I think that has to be down first, but I'm not sure. We could have a go. In fact, I suppose now would probably be the right time to do that at the end of a session where you've saved your game, to see if it does or does not work. We would obviously put, I can't remember if you can put a water tanker in and it increases. We could try that too. Let's just try either and or both. We could sort of do what we've done with that. Now, obviously we've got to not block the gate. It might not let us. It is a bit funny. So, silos. I think we'll do it over here, right where the water is. I think you're going to need both, because it's an extension, really. In fact, actually, that is a point. Yeah, it really is, but I don't know that it works without the silo as well. It's one of those weird sort of things. So yeah, so we don't want to block them drinking. We could sort of put it half in and half out, really, and you could sort of do it half in and half out as well, like that. It's not going to hurt, because really we'd have the fence removed. That's what I keep saying, and it doesn't really worry me. Let's have a look. Water, it works straight off. So there you go. We can now like really pump to our heart's content a monstrous amount of water in there, which is going to be very useful, because it did bug me very much when this first came out. Matana to the rescue again, as she frequently is. So we'll do a couple. Could do with a bigger one, really, if we're going to do this, couldn't we? Really? I mean, sort of. I suppose we can just like. Yeah, I might do 2 or 3 of these. I'm not going to do a lot though, I'm really not. So, yeah, all that remains to be said is now that we have fixed that, and it's now got 5 million litre capacity rather than 25. I don't know if it always would have worked, and I have said this. I've got one of those brains that I can see through quite complex problems, but small, simple ones, absolutely not. It would dawn on me many, like, when everyone else would have got it. It's a bit like, yeah, no, it is. I can give you an exact example. I couldn't work out for the life of me what was going wrong when the time said 8 o'clock and I went, obviously you wanted it to go to 9 o'clock, and the fact that you went that hour from 8 till 9 never dawned on me. I was like, why is this going wrong? I don't get it. And I didn't. So only when it got pointed out to me, I went, oh my life, how obvious is that? You know, it's just one of those things. But then I can also through systems. I always had this ability to sort of see systems quite sort of well, and to try and always find the best way to not to beat a system, but to work with it. Just that, just the way that I am. Typical geek, typical IT, but I suppose that's probably what makes you sort of good at your job, I suppose, that type of thing. So, but yeah, it's and that's, I think we will leave it there. So we should have a few, quite a bit now, yeah, well over 100 tons. So to be honest, that should, if we just keep doing a couple of those every time. And the other thing is, obviously, we're not going to run out of capacity anytime soon, so that's quite good. So it may well have always done that, and I've just taken me forever to work that one out, probably. But it is something that sometimes when the penny drops, it is amazing. But that's where we're going to leave it. Yeah, so all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you can stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.